Because I was...
Okay. All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
So I'm going to actually start out with a little bit of my story, starting from 2009 to now. So the first time, my whole story starts out when I was in 6th grade because I was always overweight. So I joined Weight Watchers, and I think that Weight Watchers gave me a great mentality of how to eat, but I was always picking the 100-calorie snacks constantly, and that's how I was doing my points. I never learned how to truly fuel my body. So fast forward, I kind of kept off the weight until like my senior year, and then the year after I graduated, I wanted to be skinny. I just wanted to be skinny, truly. So I stopped eating, and here I am at 140 pounds. And at that point in time, I was so miserable and so unhappy, and I stayed from 140 to 150 for about 2 years. And that was starving myself and drinking my calories and alcohol. That was never filling myself with the right nutrients. So then I got on this wrong mental path of I need to starve myself in order to lose weight. So then this is Mother's Day of 2012. We went to Amici's, and I was so miserably hungover. I was in the bathroom throwing up. I was 196 pounds, and I needed to make a change. I could no longer live the same way that I was seen, and that's when I saw the Insanity infomercial at the gym, and I thought, oh, they are so awesome. If I could only do that. So I decided on a whim, I'm not drinking, I'm not doing anything. I canceled out everything all at once. I was like, I'm only eating whole foods, I'm only doing this, I'm only doing that, which turned into me working out 4 hours a day. I would do Insanity before I went to work. I would go to work, I would go to the gym for an hour and a half, and then I would come home and I would do a Jillian Michaels workout just to burn my calories. So at that point in time, I had gone to a nutritionist. And I said, I've been at this plateau forever. And she was like, write down your meals. I was eating about 1,300 calories and burning 900 calories. My body had sat in starvation mode. And when she had told me that my body was staying in starvation mode, I told her she was full of shit. Because I didn't believe that, because if I'm burning all these calories, I should be losing all of this weight. I wasn't receiving at the time that she was trying to tell me that I was really hurting myself rather than bettering myself. Even though I thought I was doing all these awesome things for myself, I was eating, I was meal prepping on Sundays for 2 hours, all of my foods for the week. I thought I was doing good things for myself, but really I was just starving my body. So the minute I did eat a piece of pizza, I would put on 3 pounds from a piece of pizza. And some people are like, oh, 1 piece of pizza, you put on 3 pounds. Well, when you're only having 300 calories realistically a day, yes, a 700 calorie piece of pizza will make you gain that weight. So then I had taken off the weight, and then Paul and I got married, and this was Christmas of 2014. I said that if I ever got over 200 pounds, I would kill myself. That is me at 208. Miserable. I did not know how to fuel my body. I didn't know what I was doing. I was drinking a lot of alcohol at the time, and then that's when I kind of decided in January I needed to make a change. So the spa I was working at the time, they said I was doing these detoxes. I was helping people do them, and this is before I knew that our bodies actually can detox ourselves. That's what the liver's for. If anybody wondered what your liver was for, that's it. So I did this detox. I think I was 219. I got down to 209, and I was like, I need to learn balance. And I think this is not just a weight loss thing. I think my mind's messed up. I think I don't properly know how to fuel my body. I don't think I know how to properly give myself the nutrients, because I'm still not feeling great all the time. And that's when I started to learn how to cook whole foods and eat whole foods and eat 5 times a day. So this was about 6 months later, and I had stayed at, I went from like 210 to 218, and I just kind of stayed there for 6 months because I renewed my mind. I was teaching myself that 1,200 calories, that's a lie. That's a lie. You're starving your body. My question is, are you going to eat 1,200 calories for the rest of your life? If not,
No.
then this is not a lifestyle. And that's why people constantly go up and down. They gain 30. And what kind of life is that to go somewhere? And when Paul and I would go out to eat, I would sit there with my salad, and he would sit on the other side with his burger, and I would be a bitch when we were out to eat because I would want what he was eating, but I felt like I couldn't have that because it would make me fat. And I'm like, how is that any way to live? How is that any way to live not to be with your family, truly enjoy the moment, enjoy the food, enjoy going out to eat, and making it something special and not, or when we're all sitting around the table and there's all this food here, and we're picking, and we're picking, and we're picking. Are you thinking about that food, or are you thinking about what that person is saying to you, and are you fully present in that conversation? And that's where I say where your quality of life changes when you can renew your mind into this new set of, this food no longer controls me. I control everything that I put in my mouth constantly. So up to this point, I'm just trying to find balance and renew my mind, and I really stopped caring about the weight loss. I was walking 10 minutes a day. That's it. I was like, I just need to get my body moving. I need to stop associating food is negative, because food is not negative. Food is what fuels our body. Food is how we live. Your body was meant to move. So my two basis things that I started out was my body's meant to move. And also, I need to fuel my body for energy, because you know how you don't eat and you get really tired and you get really cranky? We need to listen to when our bodies are speaking to us saying, I'm hungry, give me nutrients. But you know what your mind says? I want those Cheetos. That's what I want. But really, your body really needs some kind of nutrient. It's missing something. I don't know if anybody has ever seen, I saw it on Pinterest. It's like, when you're craving chocolate, eat this, because this is the vitamin that your body is actually craving. And never allow yourself to get so hungry that then you want to grab everything. So then, this was about a year after that picture, and I had really spent a year just learning balance. And I sat at anywhere from 210 to 216, just trying to renew my mind, learn balance, and think that this salad isn't negative and this burger isn't negative. That's only my perception of this thought process that I've made up. Either one I can eat, but I can choose to eat half of the burger and have a salad and really enjoy both and not binge and not feel miserable and not full, because I was the queen of binging. So then that brings us to right now. So I am about 6 months into my weight loss journey. And through this, I have never once deprived myself of a cookie, of a cupcake, of enjoying myself. I move my body for 20 to 30 minutes a day. It is not, I don't care if you dance around your house. I don't care if you walk up and down your steps for 20 minutes and you're listening to music. Whatever you do, but we seem to think, and for me personally, it was, if I don't do an hour and a half, if I don't do an hour, it doesn't mean anything. When you move your body for 20 minutes, you burn 200 calories. And also, you're moving your muscles. You know, we wonder why our muscles get stiff and things like that. And people think, when I'm sore, I'm not going to work out. No, you need to work out, because once you get warmed up, that soreness will go away. We need to stretch. We need to be taking care of these things. So the next part I want to go into is how you can simplify healthy eating and exercise, because a lot of times I think that we make it way more difficult than it is, and it's really not that hard. Sunday, for us in our house, we prep. I prep about 14 to 28 meals. It depends. If Paul's there, I'll prep 14. If he's not there, if he is there, I'll prep 28. If he's not there, I'll prep 14. I pick 3 to 4 meals. There are so many resources for healthy recipes that make 7 servings, or you double the recipe. Take 2 hours of your life. Do yourself a favor, get some containers and take 2 hours of your life and prep your food for the week. And if your husband likes a hot meal every night, I pull it out of the fridge, I pop it on a plate, and I pop it in the microwave, and I'm like, here, honey, here's our spread. Let's pray before we eat our meal, you know? And so then if you're not intentional about what you're eating, you're not intentional about planning your food, then do you just expect it to happen? Because things just don't happen. Do you ever say, oh, we'll just kind of go with the flow and see what happens? Things do work out, but not that much. Not when you're not being intentional about it. So for most people that do get up and go to a job from 9 to 5, I say 7 a.m. for me. I'm not a breakfast person, so that's why Shakeology is perfect. For my mom, She loves her breakfast. She loves her yogurt. So Shakeology is perfect for her. When she gets home from work, she's starving. Let me drink my shake, wash my face, get in my comfy clothes, and then now I'm not ready to kill someone or eat my own arm off. And I can now sit down and truly enjoy my food, each bite of it, of the meal that's already prepped. And now I'm relaxed and I'm comfortable. So Shakeology, eating it is different times for everybody. And then about 2 to 3 hours later, I always recommend like the 100-calorie packs of almonds. I like the dry roasted one. Cut up an apple, put some almond butter on it. And then a little bit later, so your prep meals are going to be your meal 3 and your meal 5. So your meal 3, you're going to pop one of your prep meals out, heat that up. That's going to be one of your meals. And then around 3 p.m., carrots and hummus. I'm a carb girl. I like to have bread. I think that it's a mindset thing truly, but in my mind, I'm like, if I have that carb, I feel more full. So I normally eat a half of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the afternoon with carrots or something. And then your meal 5 is one of your planned prep meals. And then for a lot of people, they have trouble not eating until they go to bed. It's 8 o'clock. I'm relaxing. I'm watching TV. I say drink like some hot tea and have some Ezekiel bread with like a little bit of peanut butter on it if you don't want those high carbs from the wheat bread, if you want something else. But have a little 150-calorie snack. That's not going to make you fat, That's not going to make you gain weight. And then the total on all of that food is only 1,560 calories. My maintenance calories, because this is science, this isn't just something that I pulled out of my ass to say, no, this is how many calories. In science, how our body works, for me to maintain my weight is 2,100 calories a day. Right now, I eat anywhere from 1,800 to 1,900 calories a day. Of course, it depends on your body weight. You have to put in the formula to figure out what it is. But I feel like I'm eating nonstop when I eat that, and that's only 1,500 calories. But all of this, each and every one of these foods is fueling your body for the better. You're going to have more energy. You're not going to have those blood sugar level spikes where you're like, I need to eat, I'm craving this. And then again, 20 to 50 minutes of exercise a day. For me personally, I refuse to do more than 30. I think that 30 is perfect. I do anywhere from 20 to 30, and I do whatever floats my boat that day. If I feel like dancing, I'll do a dance video. If I feel like lifting, I'll do a lifting video. I think the important thing is, before you start a full 30-day program, is to make sure that your mind is in that right state of mind to commit to a 30-day program. Because a lot of people put so much into this 30 days, and then they don't do anything after that because it mentally exhausted them so much, because it is a mental thing. It's a fight constantly. So, if you love Zumba, go to Zumba twice a week. Make an appointment with yourself to say, I'm going to do this because I deserve this, because I'm worth this. And also it goes into your relationships. How you feel about yourself. If you're grouchy, you feel like shit, you don't feel good, you're not going to be able to pour into anybody else. You're going to be empty. So resetting our mind. It's more than physical wellness. For our mind, I started in the mornings. I make an appointment with myself every morning. Gratitude. Saying 3 things that I'm thankful for. And I think a lot of times we feel silly doing these things, saying things out loud to ourselves, giving us that positive affirmation, because I know in the beginning I felt silly. I'm like sitting here talking to myself, but honestly saying it out loud, and it turned into from I'm thankful for my husband, I'm thankful I have a roof over my head, to things being so much deeper than that for me. Now when I do my gratitude journal, it's not just 3 things. It's so much more like, yesterday, all these amazing things happened, because we can miss the blessing if we're too busy, being busy. So practice kindness. I think that it's really important that we set out once a day to say something nice to someone, to do something nice for someone, because if we're not practicing it and we're not aware and we're not intentional, it's easy to fall off of that. And let go of what you can't control. For me, I have it's called my non-negotiables. It's on a dry erase board, and I check them off every day. For me, that's 20 minutes of moving my body. That is drinking my shake. I listen to a podcast every day while I'm getting ready, because I want to grow my mind. I want to learn more. I want to hear what these other people have to say. For me personally, it's sermons. It's about being a minimalist and how we kind of be present in every situation. That's what's important to me, but it's different for everyone. And then I do my Bible study, and I also, before I go to bed, I read one chapter of a book every day, because like I tell my mom, because she's not a reader, if you read one chapter, that's 5 pages, every night you'll be done with a book in 16 days.
Yeah.
And the 16, you know, and every single day, each thing adds up. But if we're not intentional about doing it every day, I'm 6 months into my journey. It was about being intentional every single day about it, not, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I know where I want to be. It's each day practicing that. And then just breathe and just know that you are enough. What you're doing is enough, because I especially think as women, we are extra hard on ourselves about things. We're like, I didn't do enough as a mother. I didn't do enough as this. I didn't do enough as that. I should always be doing more. You are enough. You did enough. You're doing the best you can with what you have. Stop beating yourself up. Nobody else is looking at you like that. I promise you, you're the only one that is having those thoughts. And then if you focus on the problem, you might miss the solution. And I have a picture for you for this one so you can kind of visualize it a little more. And then for our body, move your body 20 minutes out of your whole entire day. And then isn't every time you exercise and you do 20 minutes, you're like, why was I putting that off? Why in the world was I putting that off? Exercise is a blessing, not a chore. I work out because I am grateful I physically can. There are men and women out there without legs, without fingers, without arms. They're not physically able to. We're physically able to hug someone. We can see. We have a mouth that moves. We can hear. These are things that I am so grateful for, because I see people day to day that don't have that ability to do those things. And then spirit. Meditation, I think, is an awesome thing. It is a practice. It has taken me 2 years into it, and I still struggle with it, to really quiet your mind and ground yourself. And you say, what can I hear? What can I feel? What can I touch? What do I smell right now? To really ground yourself and be present in that moment. Or if you pray, or whatever that may be. And self-care and self-love. If you are just running on E nonstop, you're not going to be able to help anybody else. You're going to be a frazzled mess all the time. You're going to be like, I can't do this. I can't do this. What do I do next? It is important to pour into yourself. And people think that it's so selfish. And I'm like, why? Because you're a hot mess to everybody else. And everybody's like, why is she freaking out right now? Why isn't she just calm down? But when you're grounded and you're at peace and you've given yourself self-care, you're able to pour more into others. So, and I love this. It's not just about losing the weight. It's about losing the lifestyle and mindset that got you there. Because every single place that I have my vices. Everyone is sitting in a place. Everyone struggles. No one is perfect. If we were perfect, we would be dead. Nobody is perfect. We each have what we struggle with, but something got us to the point when I was sitting in the pits of hell, and our marriage was bad. I was so miserable. I wasn't working out. I was drinking every single day. I made choices that got me there because of my mindset of the lies that I let myself constantly believe. So, and then organizing and planning for the new year. I think a lot of times in January, we're like, yeah, we're going to lose weight. I'm really going to do it this year. No, I'm telling you, I'm really going to do it this year. I'm going to do it. I'm going to lose that 80 pounds. And then it's the third week and you're like, well, I have this weekend. I have this. I'm sorry, guys, it's life. You're always going to have something. Yeah. If you don't learn to be present and deal with it in that situation and find healthy coping mechanisms for it, you're going to find yourself in the same place over and over and over again. So it's important to know your why. For me, personally, my why is very selfish. My why is extremely selfish. I don't like feeling like shit. I like feeling 100 every single day. And people are like, you can't possibly feel like 100 every single day. I'm like, no, really I do, because I'm intentional. And the days that I'm not intentional about it, I suffer for it. And I feel about 50. So your why. People make this big long goal of, I want to lose 80 pounds. Stop. Make it 5% of your weight and focus on 30 days. That's all I ask of people. Focus on 30 days and be intentional about each and every day, and tell me how you feel after that. Do we want to continue? What did you struggle with? But if you can't really admit to yourself or somebody else what you're struggling with, it's called secret sin. You're constantly holding it in. And I was telling my mom earlier, Paul has been asking me for 11 years, how much do you weigh? And I didn't tell him. And literally as soon as I said it out of my mouth, I was like, that wasn't that bad. that wasn't that bad. Like, why did I feel so embarrassed of it? Why did I hate myself so much for a number on the scale? That has nothing to do with who I am as a person, how I treat people, what I do day in and day out of my life. So my why is a selfish why. It's so I feel great. And my team is actually doing vision boards, which I'm really, really excited about. And I think that on your vision board, you should make ridiculous goals and you should put it there, because every time that you feel like falling off, go back to that vision board and remind yourself of why you started that, why you started your journey, why you want to be there. If it's a crazy, ridiculous goal that you want to get in such shape that you can go backpacking, put it on there. Because every single time you feel like giving up, you can be like, no, that's where I want to be in 5 years. That's the kind of person I want to be. That's who I want to be. I want to be grateful. I want to help other people. I want to serve others. And then, like I said earlier, small goals. One step at a time, one day at a time. We take it as this huge, big thing. And people say, I want to lose 30 pounds. Okay, so where do we start? Well, I need to have it in like a month and a half. Okay, well, I'm sorry, that's unrealistic. I'm really sorry, but then they don't do anything about it. And I'm like, but if we just would have started with walking 10 minutes a day and changing one meal, you could have been a step closer, but you're finding yourself 30 days later in that same spot. But I'm telling you, we just need to make one small change. It could even be you may not drink water, and drinking half your body weight in water, that's such a small change. So, and if you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. And for me, it was this constant yo-yo. I mean, how does one in 7 years go from 140 to 222 pounds? Seriously. And up 30. And it wasn't like I just kept gaining. Gain, lose. I'm like, I don't want to live the rest of my life like this, like constantly going on a diet.
Right.
My diet is what I put in my body to fuel myself. That is really the definition of a diet. Yeah. We've just kind of made it into a negative thing. And do you see, when we associate exercise with negativity, we associate food with negativity. Yeah. It's all negative then. So how are we ever filling ourselves and giving us positivity? Right. So, and this is my little thing. This cat is sitting here. He can obviously get out over the top of that, but he's focusing on the problem. I can't go forward. Yeah. I can't go forward. But everybody around him saying, no, you just have to jump over. You just have to jump over. And I think we all struggle with that. We're like, well, here's the problem. How do I get past it? Somebody from the outside is trying to tell you, I want to help you because I know how you can get over that. But you're not receiving it because we do. We get defensive. We feel that we know better. We feel that you should always be teachable. I don't care if you're 82 years old. You should always be teachable. Somebody can always teach you something. Somebody has always experienced something that you haven't. You should always be willing to learn from everybody. And I think that if somebody from the outside is coming in and anything, even in personal development, for me, I was very prideful. Paul would tell me something, no, you're wrong. And then when I was like, okay, let me think about this. Let me receive it for a minute. And I'd be like, you're seeing from the outside in. I'm going through it, so I can't see anything else. You're looking at it from on top of the mountain that you're already there. So maybe you do have some good insight how I can get from here to there. And then at any moment, we can become a new version of ourselves. All we have to do is decide. And truly, that's what it was for me, because y'all haven't seen me because I've been in Texas, but I was in the pits of hell, and I was wanting to commit suicide. I would pray every single night to God, take my life and don't let me wake up tomorrow. How do I get out of here? And I was like, I can't live this way anymore. How do I change? And it might not be to that extreme, but everyone struggles, I promise you. People will put on the white picket fence all day long, life is perfect, but we are struggling on the inside, and we're not loving each other, and we're not helping each other to get through it. This is so much more than fitness. This is being the best versions of ourselves. So I do believe each day that you're intentional, the best is yet to come. Every day will get better. Every day you grow stronger. And then I am going to do this little quick video on Shakeology. Here's a couple recipes, so you guys kind of know what it's about. I'm not going to make you watch the whole video, but I do want you to hear this little spot.
We all know that USDA recommends 5 to 9 servings of fruit and vegetables daily. But who can manage to have 9 servings of fruit and vegetables in one day? Well, we can help. It's called Shakeology, a breakthrough superfood protein shake like nothing else on the market. This revolutionary nutrient-dense superfood shake is filled with the healthiest ingredients from around the world, all in one glass. Shakeology. This daily dose of dense nutrition can help you lose weight, gain energy, stay regular, and get healthy.
I was introduced to Shakeology within days. I felt different inside and out. The energy that I got was unbelievable. I don't eat vegetables. Not a single vegetable. Now I'm drinking them for breakfast. Deliciousness. I just keep losing weight. I drink it every day. It's just changed my life.
Obesity has reached epidemic proportions, and so have heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and cholesterol. These are the leading cause of death in America. But the good news is, drinking Shakeology daily, along with regular exercise and healthy eating, can help you fight back. Shakeology, the revolutionary shake created by Beachbody CEO Carl Deichler and health and wellness experts Isabel Deichler and Darren O'Lean.
I'm Darren O'Lean, in one of the most amazing places on earth, and I'm here to search for the most amazing, powerful, nutritious superfoods on the planet. Let's go see it, let's go find it, let's get it as natural as we can and get it to you.
The ingredient list in Shakeology is amazing. Things like essentially superfoods, super berries, super grains, the chia seed, quinoa, which has all of the essential amino acids and is high in protein.
Because of the protein, because of the fiber, because of the antioxidants, you're nourishing yourself in such a deep, profound way in order to remain healthy and assimilating food and putting it out there as opposed to storing it as fat.
Shakeology is a well-engineered product that's far ahead of anything else I've seen. I have patients who have already started on Shakeology, and I've got some really positive feedback.
As soon as I tried Shakeology, I was in love with it. I've lost 30 pounds. Getting healthy and losing weight was not just about my physical appearance. It was about getting healthy for my family.
And it's changed the lives of countless people across the country. In a recent survey of nearly 3,000 Shakeology users, 93% felt healthier, 86% had more energy, and 81% had fewer junk food cravings since...
So I'm just going to stop it there because I do want to go into, if that is the one meal a day that you change, if you don't want to, because prior, for me, I've been using Shakeology for 5 years, but prior than that, I would go to the grocery store and be like, I'm going to be healthy, I'm going to be healthy. $300 later, I have all these fruits and vegetables, I'm going to do all this, and I don't prep any of it, I don't do anything. And at the end of the week, I just threw probably $250 in the trash. And I'm like, okay. And when I started Shakeology, I didn't know about this. I was just drinking it because a girl on Instagram I saw was drinking it, and she had a rockin' bod. So I was like, let me be her, you know? It wasn't about that. But that's what I say, for people that are trying to change, that are struggling with getting their fruits and vegetables in, for me personally, I haven't conquered the whole how to cook fruits and vegetables minus kale in a way that I'm like, oh, this is so good. So for me, this is my one meal that I can get in, that I know that I'm getting that. And especially for people that are doing one-on-one coaching with me, if I know you're getting 20 minutes of exercise in a day, I know that you're drinking your water, and I know that you're drinking Shakeology, unless you're eating a whole pan of pizza on your own, you should be having changes. Things should be happening in your life. So that is a little bit about Shakeology and all the nutrients. And then I am just going to talk about Beachbody On Demand real quick. Because y'all know I'm going to take my test in January to be a personal trainer, and I am not absolutely anti-gyms. For me personally, the gym doesn't work for me, because when I went there for years, I would get on the elliptical, I would do 30 minutes, and not that that's not great because you're not moving your body, but I was just burning calories. I wanted more than that. I wanted some definition. I was getting bored too. Doing the elliptical every day for 5 years for 30 minutes, you get bored. I don't know how too many people that can keep that up through their whole lifestyle. So for me personally, Beachbody On Demand, I can pick any program that I want out of all the ones on there. And the great thing is, I was doing it with my mom the other day, and she's like, I keep getting messed up. I can't follow along to this. But it's not about being perfect. It's about moving, and there's always a modifier there. So you can constantly watch that person, and you can modify. I modify. That's how I started Insanity. I never thought that I'd be able to do that. Right now, and you guys saw the beginning picture of me at 195 pounds. I'm 195 pounds today, and I look nothing like I did that day. My face is clear. I work out, I feel my body, and of course I had cupcakes. We went to Karen's the other day, I had an awesome piece of cheesecake with all those blueberries. Oh my gosh, it was so, so good, because it's not about depriving yourself. It's not about depriving yourself. It's not about saying, no, I can't have this is good, this is bad. It's about living your life, enjoying your life. So if you say 5 days a week, I'm going to commit 20 minutes to myself. I'm going to commit that. Now, I do say I do have everybody that I do one-on-one coaching with, personal development. I do have everybody do 20 minutes of personal development a day, because I think that is very important in the growing process in this journey, because it's not about weight loss. I don't want you to come out of this and just say, I lost 30 pounds. I want you to come out of this and say, my life has changed for the better. So that is it, everyone. I'm going to hop on in about 10 minutes and make the shakes for y'all. I'll talk to you soon.